Thanksgiving is Thursday, and we're going to eat and be merry and have fun, but we're going to learn how to do it in a healthy way thanks to our good friends from Secours. We have got Miss Kristen Gunther. She is a Secours dietitian, and I see lots of yummy stuff. Some more yummy stuff that's probably better. And let's talk, because I was telling you during the break, I've done it all. I've done it where it's like, I'm not going to eat anything but Thanksgiving thinking that will help preserve calories. That was a mistake.
Right.
I've done it where you've eaten crap all day because you're like, well, it's a wash anyway. That was a mistake. So maybe you can help us out.
So I want to say, have a plan, okay? And so we're going to talk about a few things today, but the three big ideas are planning your day, planning that big meal, and then planning your pace.
And you're thinking we should probably eat a little something for that big meal.
So a lot of us try to save up for that meal, and then we end up way overdoing it.
Yeah.
So we've got some ideas of how to get your day started. Wake up, have yourself a healthy breakfast, something simple. You could do some eggs, maybe scrambled or hard boiled.
Absolutely.
Some fruit. I mean, even something as simple as the combination of eggs and fruit, you're going to get
What
some
are those?
good. Now this is an
Applesauce?
applesauce.
Yeah, what's that?
This is cottage cheese.
Oh.
So some people might do cottage cheese with fruit for breakfast. Is this something that's on your table frequently?
Clearly not, right?
But then also thinking about snacks, right? So you might have that breakfast meal, and your big meal might not be till 3 or 4. So you might need a few snacks in between.
Yes.
So doing some veggies, doing some cottage cheese with fruit, doing some hummus, simple as cheese and crackers. So having those healthy meals throughout the day before you get to the big meal.
Can you dip a chocolate-covered cookie in the cottage cheese?
About the cookies.
Is it healthier for you?
No.
What? Tell me the calories. They're right here on my piece of paper. But you're looking at like what, 4,000?
So when you're thinking
calories?
about your meal, the average meal, they did a study and they found it to be about 3,000 calories just for that one meal for Thanksgiving, and that's about 229 grams of fat.
I know that's bad for you.
Okay, so let's talk about planning your meal, because I know one thing that you could maybe do is just, even if you don't drink like a sweet tea for lunch and you have the water, I mean, that's got to save you a little bit, right?
Get your water, because once you start adding in the sweet teas, the sodas, the holiday beverages, you're getting all of your sugar just from the beverage and not from your desserts. And we don't want to waste our sugar on our beverages. We want to enjoy those desserts.
Much rather eat it than drink my sugar, right?
And so having plenty of that water is also going to help you to feel more satisfied. You're not going to be as hungry. It's going to help your body to better absorb those nutrients from the food, so it's a much better situation. And then of course you can think about making some substitutions. So for example, you could use like a plain Greek yogurt instead of sour cream in some of those casseroles. You could use something like an artificial sweetener to cut down on the sugar. You can even use applesauce as a sweetener for a lot of recipes and to replace oil.
And it's like little things. Like, I know some people do like their sweet potato souffle and they'll throw in like all the marshmallows and stuff. What if you just left the marshmallows off? I mean, that's like...
And being particular about what you choose, because I know sometimes you'll have a lot of options. Well, you don't need to have sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes, and twice baked potatoes all in one meal.
No.
Pick your start.
Right. Pick your favorite, pick that one that's more special for the holiday, enjoy it, and then kind of move on.
Exactly. And the turkey too. I mean, turkey is great because there's a lot of protein in that. It's when we start throwing the gravy and stuff.
The gravy.
Yeah. And so you can kind of think, we have our little plate method here that I like to use for just in general healthy guidelines. And what this looks at is doing 1/4 of your plate for your meat, so perhaps that turkey, 1/4 of your plate for your starch, and then half of your plate with those vegetables.
That's a whole lot of vegetables down there.
I need everything
so maybe
there.
get some of those green beans, some salad, maybe even throw in that little cranberry sauce in there. We'll count that as a fruit for today.
I like that. I like that.
Let me ask you this question. In Europe, they laugh at how big our portions are, don't they? I mean, we overeat worse than anywhere.
I usually tell people, if you're putting a portion on your plate that's bigger than your fist, it's probably too big.
I think I've heard a deck of cards.
Yes.
So just try to keep it smaller.
All right, let's talk desserts real fast.
So we want to be choosy about our desserts, right? So again, I usually tell people, don't have a brownie or a chocolate chip cookie on Thanksgiving. Have that pie, have that special dessert.
Because you'll get pecan pie every day.
Exactly, because when you're looking at that tiny little cookie, you're already getting a ton of sugar in your day.
Is that for one cookie, or?
This is for one cookie. So that's going to start adding up. So you would much rather save that sugar for something that's a little bit more special.
And if you wash it down with a Coca-Cola or some other beverage, look at all that.
And then just thinking about eating slowly too, because we enjoy the food when it's in our mouth. right? And so if we're eating it really quickly, we're constantly having to replace it to have that satisfaction. So just slow down your pace a little bit.
Yeah, but don't you gain weight sometimes just looking at certain foods? I mean,
no,
isn't that true?
It's not until they actually meet the lips where we start to have a weight gain.
We just did our workout, so we always laugh because it's true. You can't outrun the fork.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Diet.
You know, you just can't. So, Bon Secours, y'all got so many helps. This is really good for Thanksgiving. You have something too, like the Healthy You that we can.
We do. We have our Healthy You classes. These are free classes that we offer at our St. Francis Millennium Campus, and all you have to do is give us a call, 400-3651, to sign up. And we have topics from nutrition to stress management to weight management to grief management, all kind of like an encompassing wellness solution. And it's free of charge. You just have to let us know you're coming.
That's a really good service because y'all, these are really easy tips that you just may not think about. Once you start just eliminating one or two things, I mean, you'll see a huge difference.
It really starts to add up.
Well, hand me a couple of cookies and let's thank her again for coming.
Well, you can get those in the break, Mr. Break. But thank you again, and thank you, Bon Secours. You have a wonderful Thanksgiving.